Hi, Tracy Lewis from Stuff and Things. I want to do a quick video today on how I have worked out my strategy to work as efficiently as possible. Because I'm not good at repeats, it complicates when I do lots of cards kind of with the same theme. You know, like right now I'm doing the dashing deer because I had pre-cut a whole bunch of them at the retreat, had them stashed away, and I own 3 other holiday stamp sets that I want to get to in making my swaps. I'm just not into doing a bunch of repetition. To me, if I'm going to be crafting, I need to do it in a way that's fun for me, because that's really why I do craft, is for the fun of it. And if making a bunch of the same things is not fun, then I'm just not going to do it. So when I go to on stage or when I've gone to other events, I just have always brought whatever I made. And so my goal is to make 50 projects. They're all going to be A2 size card fronts. So what I did is I already had the deer, and I cut a bunch of the 12 by 12 cardstock down into 4 by 6 pieces, and I had a set of it. So this actually has the deer dies, a bunch of other cut like snowflakes and things, and it also has the 4 by 6s. So that is one packet, and I already had that organized. But what I hadn't organized when I started doing the deer is what I have done for retreats. So I stopped what I was doing when I found the additional deer, and I realized I was going to I had put everything away and was going to change gears. So what I've done is what I do at retreats. I take a box. I had, before I lost everything, a thicker box that actually had 3 rings, and it was about this size, maybe a little bit, maybe 1 inch taller and 1 inch wider. I can't remember the brand it was. This time around I've got Stampin' Up products, so I have this thin case, and I think it's enough for me because I only own 4 Christmas stamp sets, and then a couple that happen to have either Christmassy things in them, as I will show you, or they happen to have a Christmas sentiment. So what I did is pulled out everything I have to collectively have it in one place, and I pulled from all of these different sets: Wishing You Well, Beautiful Blizzard, Itty Bitty Greetings, Merry Christmas to All, Beautiful Bouquet, Botanical Bliss. So I have them all listed here, and I describe sort of what it is that's in here that I put in here. And this literally is everything I have that's Christmassy, that is pulling out from a partial set. If I have a full set like Beautiful Blizzard, which I did pull out this season's greetings for doing just generic Christmas cards. There's some really cute sentiments in it that are not just generically Christmassy about snowflakes and being unique. So then there's the sentiments from the Merry Christmas to All set, and then I have the die cuts, which are very large, and I left them in the box. I found Christmas trees that I didn't even really realize were there. These are from the Rooted in Nature set. I did know that there were Christmas trees from Waterfront because I have a beginner class that I teach. That's why these are all beat up. They've been used and abused. And so these are snowflakes and trees. I have my few sentiments that I own, which basically are "'Tis the Season, Season's Greetings," and then I have Merry Christmas. This Merry Christmas here, which you can't really see. If I show it this way, maybe you can. This is actually from Star of Light, I think is what it's called. Let me look for it. And I didn't even think about it because it's a set from last year that it's one of the few sets that I did replace, and it is, oh, and look, here it is, Merry Christmas Star of Light, that's what it's called. And then I also pulled out the tiny stars as well to maybe use as an accent. And then the last little item that I have is I bought these floral There's 12 different flowers in every season is what it's called. And this is the December poinsettia. And I think I'm going to see about using that in some way on some of these swaps. We'll see. I also took out from Botanical Bliss the birds. I don't think I'll use the foliage for anything, but I might go ahead and do these birds as black silhouettes or something. So I pulled that out. I of course have sprigs from Beautiful Bouquet. This sprig is from the birds Botanical Bliss. This bow actually came from Beautiful Bouquet. And then flourishes, there's the flourishes dies that were from last year carried over to this year, and that's these two pieces that I kept. And then stitched all around, we have Lily Pad Lake labels, Merry Christmas to all labels. So now I feel that I am pretty organized to go ahead and cut a bunch of pieces, just pull these out one off. If I see a card that I think I want to add any of these elements to it, they're all in one place. I don't have to go up into my cabinet and dig through the pile looking for exactly which set it came from. So I'm gonna go with this strategy from now on. I have with me all of my cardstock is in one box, and it's all pre-cut down. Everything is cut down for me because the place where I have to store my 12 by 12s is very inconvenient to get to. So it's not like when I'm working on something I can just go grab a 12 by 12. So I've already pre-cut a whole bunch of all of my cardstock and the DSP all down to work with. So I found some extra deer, and what I do is, since I already am going to put them in a clear protective cover, I pull that clear protective cover, I cut the pieces that I am going to start with. So this one includes those trees that I showed you from Rooted in Nature. So I have, of the 5 deer that I found, this is a set. I've used the looking back deer, and so I have the grazing deer all by itself that I'm not sure if I will use. I found one more of the filigree deer, a wood deer, and a silver foil deer. See, and now that I found these trees, you can see that 2 of my cards are going to implement them, where my first bunch of cards, I think I've posted almost all of them now, don't have them. So I'm kind of excited to do another set of the deer with a little bit different type of look to them. And that is how I'm going to work on being as efficient as I can, because in the midst of making the 50 cards, I do have other projects that I'm working on as well, and doing the blogging thing. So I have to make sure that if I'm going to get my 50 done, I think I have 3 weeks to do them in, and I don't want to burn out. I do not like waiting till the last minute. I've done some all-nighters already, and I'm trying to not have these turn into all-nighters. So I'm going to just work on a little bit here and there and just keep plugging on ahead. And now that I have everything pulled that I'm going to use, I can just open up that box to get to anything I need to. And I hope you found this interesting. Thanks for watching.